This is Chris from Mr. IoT, and today I'm going to show you a full industrial pipeline, getting data from an asset, flowing it through Dime, outputting it to an MTConnect agent, and then ingesting that data through i3X, and then using AI to query the data. So we start off with Dime BBS. I have an instance of Dime running in the background here. From Dime BBS, we can connect directly to the running Dime instance and get its configuration. So now we can see it's a pretty simple one. It's just incrementing a counter by one. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this configuration in our with our Gemini AI to create a new configuration and add a simulated CNC machine. Simulated CNC machine with 3 axes and output to MTConnect MQTT at localhost 1883. Alright, so what it should do is should modify this configuration. We don't know how many data items it's going to add. We don't know yet. We weren't very specific on what we need. Alright, so it added a CNC simulator. Looks like it's just 3 axes and their positions. And as far as the sync, it added a MTConnect MQTT sync. So we should be able to grab this guy, send it to the playground, send it up to Dime, and Dime will take effect. The configuration will take effect. Now we can quickly verify with MQTT Explorer what we have happening on localhost. Alright, so we got, looks like we have some data publishing at this UUID. Since we didn't give it a name, it just generated a UUID. We're going to need this UUID, so we're going to copy this topic. So now what we have is we have the simulated CNC data flowing through Dime and out into an MTConnect agent over the MQTT protocol. So now if we move on to i3X MT, which is our i3X MTConnect server, we can connect to our MQTT. And here we're going to need that UUID and connect. And right, it's pretty simple. Right, for each of these linear axes, we just have a position. So what we're going to do is, it should be pretty simple, should automap, and then we can serve up this i3X model. Let's use 8079, serve it up, and we can confirm that we can actually see this with i3X Explorer. We're going to connect to our i3X server, and here's our CNC machine. Alright, cool. So in the background we also have i3X RAG running, which is basically an MCP server that connects to our i3X server, and we're able to query this data with an LLM that supports MCPs. So we're going to move over to Claude, and we're going to tell it to connect to i3X at local HTTP localhost 8079. What this is going to do is going to connect to our MCP, to our i3X server, and index all the relationships, all the objects, all the types. So now we can ask it things like describe model. Okay, so it's showing me that we have 3 instances of linear axes. Show all 3 linear axes. All right, perfect. And then yes. get values for all. All right, perfect. That's it for this video. It was a pretty quick one, but we basically built an industrial information pipeline all the way through AI.